Thanks for joining us from the Ohio AgNet Voice You Know with the News You Trust studio, sponsored by Grain Equipment Company, where innovation meets execution. I'm Dale Menyo. Quick note on the calendar, go to grainelevatorauction.com for the liquidation sale of Wellman Seeds buildings and equipment. Bidding ends February 18th and 20th, depending on which lot you're looking at, so check it out at 4 o'clock. That's grainelevatorauction.com for complete information. Joining me is Erica Height-Susan, and she not only is a teacher on the Grow Next Gen program, but a presenter. This update made possible by the Ohio Soybean Council and your soybean checkoff. Erica, how long have you been teaching the Grow Next Gen curriculum?
I think it's been about 3 to 4 years by now.
When you say 3 to 4 years, you're teaching what grade?
I am teaching 8th grade science.
Is this something that you can teach all year, or does it take up just a certain number of weeks of your annual curriculum?
This year, I did it the first semester. It was a trial run, and I sprinkled some other stuff throughout the year. But my soybean project, I can see using the entire year.
Your first year project with soybeans was what? Because farmers, you got to listen to this. This is what fascinates people in classrooms and why they appreciate the relationship with you.
My first year soybean project was inspired by another colleague in another district that I met here at the conference last year. And we started with germinating the soybeans to get engagement and wonder, because a lot of my students don't have any experience with growing anything. And then we went into an e-learning course to get students knowledgeable about why we even care about soybeans, especially in Ohio. They learned a little bit about how they are used, the importance, the difference between the protein and the oil, the manufacturing process, how do you get from the field to maybe their table or animal feed or all the other bioproducts that they didn't even know about, from paint and ink and all kinds of stuff. And then we decided to grow soybeans in soil, in 1-gallon pots in our classroom.
Was that successful?
It was amazingly successful. And out of the 3 teachers that were also doing this project in their own classrooms, other 8th grade science teachers, I want to say that my classroom was the most successful.
And your classroom is located where?
We're Worthing Way Middle School in Worthington City Schools, and we have no windows, by the way.
Well, that was a question we talked about off the air. What kind of sunlight? And you're like, we don't have any windows. They're not getting, it's all artificial light.
Artificial
so is that
light.
Area for more question and testing?
Absolutely. So my colleague who had the same kinds of lights had no flowers, no pods. We got flowers and pods. The students were super pumped. We got to see purple flowers, white flowers, talk about heritable traits and some variability within the soybeans. So many questions came from that. And then my other colleague in a different school district, she had clamp-on lights. And she also had a different system for growing them in 5-gallon buckets versus 1-gallon buckets, which we did. She's done this now 2 years in a row. No flowers, no pods. So we want to know, what's the spectrum on these lights? Were we all using the same amount of daylight? Because we learned that the amount of daylight also is a trigger for flowering and setting pods, which is something new that I didn't know and my students didn't know. And there's endless questions and possibilities for growth here.
Thank you, Erica Height-Susan from Worthington Schools. This Grow Next Gen update is made possible by the Ohio Soybean Council and your soybean checkoff. Today's weather brought to you by Seed Consultants. Simply better performance online at seedconsultants.com. Here's the forecast.
We've got dry air for the rest of the day today, but clouds are going to be trying to build. I'm Chief Meteorologist Ryan Martin. Let's take a look at that Ohio forecast update. High pressure is still over the top of us today, so good sunshine through most of the day. If you are in south to southwestern parts of Ohio, late this afternoon and evening, clouds can start to build ahead of our next weather system. That is the storm complex that's trying to exit the Central Plains today, bringing with it a fairly significant batch of snow. It's going to move through the boot heel of Missouri, across Kentucky and Tennessee. Clouds will get into Ohio, maybe a little bit of flurry action, but not much else. I think the northern two-thirds of the state probably gets away with next to nothing. We are dry behind this to finish the week, and temperatures are going to moderate early next week. I'm Ryan Martin.
And thanks, Ryan. Back with a look at market numbers after this.
Get ready, Ohio. National FFA Week is here, and we're celebrating the future of agriculture. The Ohio AgNet, the voice you know with the News You Trust studio, and celebrating Ohio's nearly 30,000 FFA members. From the countryside to downtown, an Ohio FFA chapter can be found in every corner of our great state. Each student who zips up the blue corduroy jacket is equipped with the qualities of premier leadership, personal growth, and career success. From your friends at the Ohio AgNet, happy FFA Week.
Time now for the midday market analysis provided by Leist Mercantile and sponsored by Brandt. helping growers take control for over 70 years.
This is Ryan Metzger with Lice Mercantile, providing you with your technical outlook for today. We got March 25 corn futures with the first level support at 493 and the first level of resistance at 499. March 25 soybean futures has the first level support at 1028 and the first level of resistance at 1045. March 25 wheat futures has the first level support seen at 584 and the first level of resistance at 609. For bullish momentum, we need to see closes above these key resistance levels. Please visit our website, licemercantile.com, to learn more about our grain marketing program and crop insurance services.
And thanks, Brian. Today's market's brought to you by Seed Consultants, simply better performance. December corn up a penny at $4.74. November new crop beans up 2 at $10.54. The July wheat giving back 3 at $6.22 1/4. September down 3 at $6.35 1/2. February cattle $196.75 down $1. April lean hogs $94 up $1.42. This is the Ohio AgNet.